Hi, welcome back to the channel. This is the Crafty Blinders, where I've put together a series of videos about how I converted my run-of-the-mill joiner's van into my motorhome, my mini home, whatever you want to call it, home on wheels. It's basically maybe how not to do it. I've not planned anything, I've not wrote anything down. I knew what I wanted, I bought what I wanted, and then I fitted them in my van. I've made a few mistakes, a few impulse purchases as well, and hopefully you maybe take a little bit of the lessons that I've learned and not make them same mistakes again. So last week we had a leak, so this video really is to cover how I've repaired that leak. It's nothing to do with the van build. I will put another video out about the van build, but this leak took precedent. You know, I had to get it resolved. We've had the dehumidifier in for a number of days now, and it's pulled out now on 6-7 litres. So, and it's left a bit of an after smell. The insulation that I used in the van, when you mix it with water, it stinks. So hopefully that's all gone now, and you can take a little bit of learning from the mistake I made. Obviously I've dislodged a grommet, and in this video just shows you how I've repaired that and how I've put the van back together. Thanks for watching.
One, two, 3 drops of water on the floor, and all of this. So we've had a leak last night, and it looks to have started over in this corner and come down. So looking at this panel, you can see the staining of the water. It's actually buckled, this one, so we'll get the dehumidifier in later. We were going to have to put a couple of screws in there to hold that, but yeah, look at how much water's come in. That's a lot of water. So we'll get all this dried up, get the dehumidifier in. Some tips from that. Right. So I've taken all the ceiling down, and I still don't believe it's the fan, but on the back of these vehicles they have a very large grommet, and it's more for like putting flashing beacons on the back of the vehicle and stuff like that. And looking at that, that looks like it's separated from the van. Now where I've installed the Max Air fan, I've built like a bit of a dam really, especially when the van's pointing down a hill, which it is on my drive, just a slight bit. So water builds up there. Now the amount of water that we had the other day actually would have, the volume that had come down in would have very easily risen to 1 inch. It was standing in 2 inches on the road, so that would have then come over the top of this grommet, and because this grommet looks to be broken, the seal looks to be broken, I think the water's been coming in there. So as I've said previously, I built my van so in such a way that if I did have an issue, I could strip it out, I could take things out and investigate. There's only one part of the van that I can't do that in, and that's the part above the galley and the shower, because the shower's there, that kind of holds the roof in place. But if push come to shove, I could probably use a multi-tool to remove that roof panel as well, and then have to do a little bit of retro fitting afterwards and put some trims in there to tidy up where I've cut it out. But if push come to shove, I think I could do that. Anyway, it's time to start opening up the van. We need We're back as far as the insulation. Now I know for a fact that the water is on the back side of that insulation. I can't see on the back of any panels if water's trapped, but I do know that there's 3 drops in front of 3 lights, so water has got that far through. Now how it got onto the back of the lights is another issue. I can't see a route. It's really beyond me, unless I'm thinking on my feet here. I was thinking, well, if it's coming there, which is on the centre, it could have possibly found a route through. But this big fan here has broken that line of travel, so it must have come down. It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, I believe this is where the water's coming in, so we need to do a bit of investigation work. This is really wet. You can see my hands. So we're in the right area. What we saw on here yesterday it will definitely lead us in the right direction. But I'm pretty sure that I've found the issue now. I just need to open up this area. There you go. Let's see the water dripping off. We'll pull it out. Repair this later. Yeah. Wet. That's dry, thank God. It's found the easiest route out and hasn't took that one, so let's make sure we will tape that over so no water in the middle. Yeah, it's dripping onto the back of my hand here. So we're in the right area. Yep, we're in the right area. Water everywhere. The wood behind there is wet. Oh, jackpot. Can you hear that? Can you see it? Bloody water everywhere. Cover me. So, I'd suggest if you ever get a leak, always investigate it. Even if it's going to cost you hours or maybe a couple £100, always investigate it. Because the last thing you want to do is sandwich water in between the bodywork and your insulation. So, we'll get this stripped out. Excuse me. stripped out, and we'll get the dehumidifier in. We'll dry up all this, anything we can find. I believe that it's gonna take us right back to that grommet on the roof. I hope it does, because that'll be a very quick fix. Yeah, full of water. That's the highest point. My van at the minute is sitting on a hill like that. The only hole beyond this rib is the grommet. So it's either coming in round the back light, which I don't think it will be, because there's nowhere else wet lower than where we saw it coming in. So let's just smash on and get this out. Oh yeah, you can see bloody daylight. Right, I'll leave them at where it is, but I'm going to show you where the offender is. So come with me. I don't know how we're going to do this, because you're on quite a big tripod. Let's drop you down a little bit. Fill that up. So, as you can see, there's daylight there. Oh my god. Well, I'm glad that highlighted itself now and not later. So, you can actually see condensation sitting on the van as well. Yeah. That piece of wood is wet, so don't believe it's trapped this way. That's all dry. I think the wind may be pushing the van over the same night, so it was maybe leaning a little bit more to this side, so the water's got on top of there. See, this batten is actually sealed in as well. It's glued, drilled and glued. So any water hitting this batten would have then tracked along here, or it would have sat on top of the insulation and made its way that way. Some of it's got through onto this bit of wood, so we'll get all this dried out today. We'll seal up this hole. In fact, let's push that right through. My God, something as simple as that caused all them problems. I've left the insulation out for today while the van dries out. You can see the water's gone off there. It's also gone off there. The top corner's dried out. The insulation isn't damp anymore. This piece of wood probably still needs to dry out a bit longer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to silver foil all that, so it's all sealed in. Push that up there as well. Yeah. So when we seal all this back up, that's definitely been the culprit. Look, see daylight, you can see water. I've left it all there. Oh, the drip right there. Now it's hardly been raining today. So that just confirms that is where the water's coming in. Obviously, while I've been installing the fan and working on the van, I've disturbed this. You can see there how easy it's sitting up now. I did try and pop it out before, but I didn't apply a lot of pressure. But we will get that out later. Right, let's go and fix this leak. believe we found it, so let's go and have a look. You can actually see it there. So what happens is, because we've installed the max fan, what you get is a build up of water. It acts like a dam, and the level of rain that we had the other night, it's actually come back and it's made its way past this grommet. It wasn't that bad. I've actually pushed it up today, so it's time to get it out and get it sealed up. It's not stopped raining for days now, so actually getting up to do this job. If I show you the skies at the minute, you'll see why I'm rushing. There's the clouds, more clouds, a little break in the weather over there and behind us. I think it's coming in from that direction, so hopefully we'll be able to get this done and dry enough and sealed up enough that we get away with it. That's it, it's out. It's a matter of cleaning this up now.
One eternity later.
Finally got it all out. Lost a little bit of paint. I'm not really that fussed. It's on the roof, you're not going to see it. So we finally got all the paint, all the old sealant out. We've given it a sand, we've cleaned it up. So it's now time to put a little bit of PU glue on there. Tiger Seal. Absolutely love this stuff. It's cracking. I really do need to clean this garage, to clean this workshop anyway. It's a little bit mucky, isn't it? This is what happens when you put stuff away and can't remember where you put it. But I bet you most workshops are like this, in all honesty. People clean them up when they switch the cameras on. No, I'm not that kind of guy. What you see is what you get. You got to break a few eggs and make a cake, haven't you? So, my workshop looks like it's had a truckload of eggs smashed in it. Right, put a screw in there. Got another job for that tomorrow. Put a bit of tape around it, put a screw in it. That should be good to go in the morning. So this seal here, I'm going to pop that out the next fine day and do the same repair on that. Because if one's gone, you can guarantee the other's not far behind. Right, let's get that in. And hopefully this will do the job. There you go.
Well, I think that'll do it. Job done. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It wasn't one of the fun ones to make. It was quite stressful. The fact that I had so much water in my van really got me down a little bit. But I've had a good repair. Done a good repair, sorry. We've had no water back in. We've had lots of water out, and that's what I'm planning on now. Keep water out as much as possible. Yeah. If you're liking what we're doing, please think about subscribing, hit the bell, and you'll never miss another episode. I keep saying episode. You'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching. See you again. My name is Sam. I'm his dad. Who are you?
Your son.
Your son. These people don't know who you are. Who are you?
Riley.
And what do you do, Riley? Apart from making your van?
Playing Fortnite and GTA all day long.
No, you don't play them all day long.
All day.
Most of the day. And you like scooters? Excuse me.
I want to try and practice a 180.
Excuse me. Get your bum in here now, or I'll tickle you. Get your bum in here. Right, tell them what else you do. He likes BMXs, he likes motorbikes, he likes scooters, skate parks, swimming. What else do you like? Oh my god. And obviously he's very, very soft. Look, even if I touch him he breaks. Get out. Get out. That's Riley, that's the youngest. Love you, son.